Thank you so much for joining me here tonight. I am so excited for this. Such a deep honor and a deep pleasure to be able to serve and provide in this way, because I get to combine some of my favorite things like essential oils, creating bath soak because I fucking love a bath, and also infusing that with like the new moon and the new year, the Chinese New Year, and a little bit of tarot because I bought my tarot deck, so yay. For this little event, we're going to start with going through some new moon Chinese New Year energies. I'm going to do a little tarot pull, and then we'll do a little new moon ritual that I love with journaling, and then we're going to get in there and do our DIY bath soak. So in case you want to pause the video now if you're watching this, or you need to run off and grab some ingredients before we start. What you'll need for our bath making section is our Epsom salts. See, Himalayan salts I actually have to run off and grab. So I'm going to go do that in a second. You can use baking soda if you want to. I don't have any to use. And then your favorite essential oils you're going to have in there. If you've bought some flowers or flower petals, and then I've actually bought some crystals, just 3 little crystals, but if you have any crystals that you'd like to use for the new moon section, and then also for the bath salts. So I'll just hang on 1 second. Here I am thinking, oh, it's hot. I don't need to wear pants because no one can tell I'm not wearing pants. And then I have to go out of screen. Just my luck. Okay, so hopefully you've got your things. So we're in the energy, in the season of new moon in Aquarius. And Aquarius is like the sign of the outlier. Like they're known as the rebels, the outside thinkers. It's not rebels. I guess rebels is the term of like coming up against what people are used to, and it's like in the sense of bringing the new world order, which I think we all really need, because how we're doing it is not working, and that is the full Aquarius vibe, like quirky, a little bit eccentric, like see the way something's done and they're like, that's not right, and so they bring in this new way, which, you know, can be seen as rebellious because there's other people that are just do it as it's always been done and listen to authority and blah, blah, blah. And I won't go down that rabbit hole. But the Aquarius is also the sign of the collective, so bringing us back to family, to working in collaboration, to working together. And I think it's such a potent energy, and it's such a potent time to be in this energy. I've written down here, I've got a few notes, just so I don't go off topic, because I'm known for going on tangents. But this new moon is about like grabbing life with both hands. 2 hands for that one. Saying this is what I want, and giving your biggest and boldest ideas life. So it's like thinking about what you really want to do. And not just the goal that sits here, like the one that's up here that feels scary and makes you feel nervous and is going to stretch you, because it's in the energy that we're reaching for these goals. We're actually going to fucking surpass them. We're going to fly past them. So you got to aim and feel a little bit scared, because that is, in this context, the greatest thing you can do. We're also starting in Chinese New Year, and I don't think it's just the Chinese that celebrate this, so I actually need to look further into it today. I just saw a post, thanks social media for educating me, and I want to educate myself further, so I apologize if I haven't done the work yet That probably sounds really privileged. I only learnt today that it might not only be Chinese that celebrate Chinese New Year, which is showing me where I have my blind spots, and I have not taken the time to look into that further, which I apologise for, and I'm going to do. And if I have said something and I do need to come back here and apologise, I will do that. However, it is the year of the snake. Such a potent time, and thinking about Aquarius and thinking about grabbing our life, our biggest, boldest, audacious life with both hands, and then thinking about the year of the snake. And I should say, like, I'm not an astrologer. These are just my insights and what's come through for me when I was like leaning into this energy and feeling into it for myself. And for me, thinking of the year of the snake, the snake for me, it's like represents shedding. Like, snakes shed their skin, and who we are. Sorry, I was like, what did I write? We are not leaving this year, 2025, as the same person that started it. So this whole year is going to be full of transformation, which is what the snake represents to me, and also the shedding of a skin. So we're going to be leaving behind ourselves, a part of ourselves that maybe served a purpose up until this point, but is no longer serving that purpose, is no longer here for us. And this is a good thing, like a freaking good thing. Like, I'm thinking of this imagery, literally leaving the skin, saying goodbye to what is no longer serving us. Thank you. You taught me some lessons, and I'm going to take those lessons forwards with me, and I'm just going to leave all that other stuff behind. So yeah, those are the two things that are coming through fully for me right now. There's astrologists out there that actually speak to these things in a more technical way. This is, like I said, just me channeling. I'm just going to pull some tarot. So I'm just going to pull a card for this energy right now for those of you here with me. Not that one. What do we want? I'm using the Wild Unknown. One of my favourite decks. Oh, there's light on that yet. Kim Grant's fucking legend, and I've just got the pocket size because then I can travel with it really easily, and I fucking love to travel. You guys know that. Oh, got the Four of Cups. To me, that's like stability. I feel like in traditional Rider-Waite, the Sun. The Four of Cups is like, oh no, he's sitting on the cups, isn't he? No, that's sweet. So Pentacles. 10. Mother of Cups. So what I'm just getting from this energy is like good vibes. Don't get caught in your head. We've got the 10 of Pentacles. You know, things are happening there for some people watching, some people listening. There is definitely financial abundance on the way. Pulled the Four of Cups, emotional fulfillment. It's like the wedding, marriage card, the Sun. So this time is just really potent. Anchor into it. Mother of Cups. So the Mother represents the Queen. Like, all of these are just saying, fuck, the time is now. Let's start this year off anchoring into our biggest, boldest, audacious dreams, audacious feelings, audacious life. All got some male energy in there to hold us and protect us, and let's just like take 2025. And it's not about making 2025 better than all the rest, and saying that what has happened in the past needs to be shared on, because that's not it at all. What has happened in the past has got us to where we are today, and there is so much potent energy in where we are today, collectively, energetically, and who we are as people, to be able to say, I want to make 2025 like my most favorite year yet because I did X, Y, and Z. And what, like, I'm a huge fan of people living their best lives. Like, my goal, live my best life. But my best life is going to be totally different to your best life, right? Like, does that land? Because what we both want, and what's going to fulfill us and what's going to make us happy, totally different things. So me living my best life, it's doing things like this. It's getting flown out to VIP CEO days. It's speaking on stage in front of strangers, and people that are really open, willing, and ready to hear the message I have to share. It's been able to travel to several countries a year, lay in the sunshine, spend days at a time just reading books, eating good food. Like, that's me, living my best life, getting paid good money to do it. Love it. For some people, that's not it. Just, needed to pre-frame that. So, whatever your best life and what you want your best life to be. What's your biggest, boldest, audacious vision? Just start feeling into that now. We're going to do a little new moon ritual. So if you've got a little journal there, we'll crack into this. I don't want to hold you guys' time up today because we're all busy. We've got things to do. Or we might want to have some spaciousness this afternoon. I just love this little cute ribbon. So in our journaling, number 1, we're going to start with what we're thankful for in the previous month. So this previous month, I am thankful for, and we're just going to write a little list. So I'm just going to do this with you in real time. And I've had some really cool things happen this past month, if I'm being honest. I don't know if you guys can hear that in the background, and I don't know if, because I know I've mentioned it, you'll be able to hear it more, but I've lived in this new house for about 3 weeks, and I've never heard a weed whacker in the afternoons, and now all I can hear is someone doing their lawns, and I'm like, fuck off, I'm trying to do a class. Don't you know this? Can't you be quiet in the afternoon in your own yard? Maybe yes, summer can't, that's fine. Okay, previous month I'm thankful for, so we'll just round that up. DIY class, I'm going to add in there because I am very thankful for this. Okay. Now, number 2. This previous month, or I don't want to say this previous month, so things I'm leaving the fuck behind. Things I am leaving the fuck behind from this last month. Good? Things I'm leaving the fuck behind from this last month. Cute. Fear. Excuse me. We'll round that one up too. I just added something for my previous month that I'm thankful for, but also in something I'm leaving the fuck behind because it was great. It was nice, but it's gonna be left in the past. Goodbye. Okay, so number 3. My big, bold, audacious goals I'm bringing into my life this month. So my big, bold, audacious goals I'm bringing into my life this month. Yeah. Okay, let's write that out. So makes me scared. Big, bold and audacious. I feel like I'm being a little bit like soft. I could go bigger. But I've done some pretty big, audacious things in the past 3 days, so I mean the bar is pretty high. Okay, we'll wrap that up. If you're finished, no one needs a little bit of help, a little bit of pep. Like, think about what you've written and just ask yourself, am I being honest about this being big and audacious for me? Or am I just like, sort of know I could achieve this goal? Even though it's a big goal, like I know I could achieve it. Like, we want to go bigger than that. Maybe it's an income goal. Maybe it's having a certain amount of people through your practice. Maybe it's about applying for a certain thing or a certain amount of things. Maybe it's having a conversation to negotiate your salary. Could be anything. But we'll leave that there. And I want you to think about these big, audacious goals, just taking a moment to close your eyes. Just think about them, thinking, like, imagine yourself doing them. Imagine yourself on the stage or having the conversation or seeing your bank account with the money in it. Whatever it is. Just think about how good that feels and think about how good you feel in that situation. Okay, holding that with your eyes closed, I want you to repeat after me. I now accept these things into my life, or something. I accept these things into my life now, or something better, for the highest and greatest good of all involved. So we're holding that, we've said the prayer, we're anchoring that in. We've got crystals for your bath. So you could hold the crystals while you think about the things. And then we're going to gently open our eyes. And we're going to do some DIY. So, I also forgot to mention before, you either need a bowl to do your mixing in, or you can use the jar. So I'm using an old yogurt jar. And you can tell I'm not an influencer because it's still got all the labels on it, because it doesn't bother me. Probably would look way prettier if I took them off. But you know, if you've got time for that, you've got time for that, but I just didn't want to do it. So I'm going to mix in my jar. You can mix in your bowl, whatever you want. And for today, I'm going to put, because I've got 3 relatively small but not tiny crystals that I don't really need in my bath. Like some bath soaks I make with like little crystals that I like putting in, or some bigger ones that I want to be in my bath with me. But I'm just using these to like set the vibe for my bath soak. I've got a rose quartz, amazonite and blue calcite. And for me today, these are just setting the vibes of like love, safety, being taken care of, and my big audacious goals and dreams of my life. So, I'm going to start with our Epsom salts. I've got a big ass packet because I love baths. And you can either use a cup measurement, you can go by eye. Use about 2 cups, but because I'm doing mine in my jar, I probably should have leveled the video. So I'm just actually going to put that down and stir this in. You can see there, you can fill it to You don't want to fill it quite to the top, especially if you've got flowers to add in, but that's where we're going. I'm going to close up my Epsom salts so I don't accidentally knock those over or something. So Epsom salts are great for relaxing in, they're great for magnesium, they're just great for letting our bodies relax. I'm also going to put some pink Himalayan salt in. I usually use coarse, but I've only got fine. And you don't want too much of this, but I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit in on the top. So you can see that there. Oh, that's not where the camera is. Yeah, so I mean, you can do that based off what you want. If you've used 2 cups of Epsom salts, you kind of want to use around half a cup of Himalayan salts. I'm just using a couple of tablespoons full because that's my personal preference. And you can also use about 1/4 of a cup of baking soda, and this just kind of helps soften your skin and allows everything to like be really there. I don't have any baking soda, I don't really bake a lot, and I forgot to get some at the supermarket, so there's no baking soda in my bath salts today. Now, before we started the session, I actually applied some essential oils on my body. So I put on In Tune, which is the focus blend, but this just helps me to feel like in clear alignment. And then I also use Douglas Fir, which I put on the soles of my feet, and this is about generational healing, and I just really felt like I needed to come to the session with those oils on. And I love being able to have the selection that I have of my oils and really just feel into the ones that I'm called to, or the ones that like I feel like speak to me for a certain call I'm going to do, or for sessions I'm going to do. Like they're a staple in so many things, and I just love that I have the option and the opportunity to use those to allow myself to anchor into certain states and to create them to be part of ritual, which is why I love them in my bath salts. So the 2 that I put on my body today, they're not for the bath, because I would not put Douglas Fir on my body in such a concentrated way. And the In Tune was just like, it's one that I love for me. In your bath, and when you're choosing essential oils for your bath, you do really want to be careful about whether it's going to be just you in the bath, whether you're thinking of using the salts around children, because the essential oil amount that you use will differ. So if this is for kids, you do not want to use as much essential oils, because their skin is a little bit more sensitive, and it can be super overwhelming, and it can cause like discomfort and rash and burning, because that's what happens. So if you don't know and you're unsure, you can do a little Google based on what you want to use for yourself. And I would just recommend, if you're Googling about it, just check a couple of different sources, not just one, because people do say different things, and then you can kind of see what's a general consensus if you're using the internet for that kind of research, and that will allow you to be a little bit more clear on what could be suitable. So for myself today, I've chosen frankincense, which is Frank Daddy. It's my favorite. Frankincense is really good for like inflammation. It's really good for allowing you to ground into your body. It's known as the divine masculine, the oil of truth. It's like the King Daddy oil, and I just love, I just love being in this energy. So I've got that, and then I've also got this in oil blend from dōTERRA called Forgive. Now this is actually known as the renewing blend, and I intuitively pulled it. I didn't really think about the fact that it was the renewing blend. I was just looking at it before the call, and I was like, that makes so much sense, because we're in this time of this potent energy, this potent change. We're shedding skins with a snake. We're here claiming with 2 hands our big, bold, audacious lives, and that's the renewal, the renewing of who we are and who we're stepping into, and I really love that. And so this blend has got bergamot, which is really good for like body love and just being in the body, myrrh, I can never say that, arborvitae, the oil of grace, thyme, juniper. So this wouldn't be an oil I'd put a lot of in. Other oils, I was going to use lavender, and I realised I'm out of lavender, and I hadn't picked lavender flowers, which would have been a really nice addition in here, but next time. So we're going to go for our oils. I'm going to do 10 drops of frankincense, so I'm just dropping those oils at the top. 7, 8, 9, 10. That one's dropping really fast. There was an extra one in there for luck. Thank you, Frank Daddy. And I've got Forgiven. I'm just going to go 5 of this. So, 1, 2. Oh, I think that's going pretty fast too. So I want you to put your oils in. If you have any questions, let me know. So what you can do is you can use a spoon to mix these, especially if you've used a bowl, which I decided not to use. And I realised I had a jar for me. Oh, excuse me, because I don't have my flowers, I've just decided to... Because I don't have my flowers, I've just decided to skip that part. But if you had your flowers, your petals now, this is when you'd also sprinkle them in the top. I love using rose petals, and I love using dried lavender. It just makes me so happy. So I'm just going to pretend. And then I've got your mix, whether it's in your jar, whether it's in your bowl. I just want you to take a moment to close your eyes with your hands on or around what you've just created, and I want you to think of your big, bold, audacious goals that you've just set, and I want you to just think about how you feel, who you're becoming as you accomplish those goals. And I just want you to imagine all of that magic and wonder and delight and all of that energy just moving through your hands and into this bath soak. And every time you use this and sit in the bath, and these magical crystals and this magical manifestation energy that just allows you to 10x and 10x and 10x closer to your goal. Like, this is the magic that is going to move you, and it's going to be part of a ritual to get you closer to living your best life, the life that you love, to wake up and get out of bed with a smile on your face, to like be in, because it's so fucking good and you love it so fucking much. And that is my wishes and my dreams and my intentions for you, and for using this bath soak, and for being here today. So just vibing that and enmeshing that into what we've created, and then gently opening your eyes. So I'm just going to do a mix around like this to mix through my Himalayan salt. I've got crystals in there, which, you know, that's fine. And mix through that lovely smells. If you are watching this on a replay, because I did decide that I'm going to put it out publicly, and you're wondering about dōTERRA essential oils, and you're like, I've got other essential oils, they're great. I just stand by dōTERRA, because there's so many essential oils out there that say 100%, but they've been adulterated. And if you don't know what adulterating in the essential oil industry is or means, look it up, because it will blow your mind. And the way that they can get away with saying things that aren't true, because there isn't legalities or legislation around it, it's just insane. But dōTERRA, third party tests their own oil to see their potency. I've had oils like a lavender oil that wasn't dōTERRA, and then a lavender oil that was, as I was transitioning, because I didn't really understand the differences in oil. And once I had the two separate brands of oils, like, you could just smell the difference. The potency is different. Like, some people will be used to using 15-20 drops in the thing where you, like in their diffuser, where you only need like 1 or 2 of dōTERRA. Like, it's mind-blowing and life-changing, and I will stand by dōTERRA because I fucking love them, and they have changed my life. So much of dōTERRA has changed my life. But that's a conversation we can have. If you're like, don't get it, or I want to get it, I'm your gal. But in saying that, we've mixed in there, or we've mixed in here, and we can, if we've mixed in a bowl, we can pour that all nicely into our container, whatever we're containing our magic in. Raglan Co. Greek style yogurt. That's me. So, we've done all that mixing. We've done all that manifesting. That's it. That's it. We've done the new moon, new year, magic, manifesting, bath salts, DIY. So I just want to say thank you so much for coming along. I just think that it's 555 for me. that is the number of transformation, that's the number of things are going to be different, and I'm just magicking the energy to you now. Thank you for being here. Thank you for investing and spending your time with me. I'm Caitlin. I don't even think I said that at the beginning, because this is a little beautiful video for all of you lovers that are in my dōTERRA team. But because, as I said, I decided I'm going to make this video public. If you didn't know, I'm Caitlin. Hello, love you, bye. See you next time.